Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. No tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigeria's all and proud to serve our sovereign motherland.
All right. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super, super excited to be on this session. On behalf of who invited you to this beautiful session, excuse me, I warmly welcome everyone here today. My name is Imo Emeka Raymond. I'm super excited to have each and every one of you here. Please, I want to wish all of you a happy Independence Day to each and every one of you. Happy Independence Day. Happy Independence Day to you, Anthony Ifoma. Happy Independence Day to Okpayemi and Tony. Happy Independence Day to Mike, to Mrs. Bossek Day, Olado Super, okay, to Rabi Jama, to Tekno, to Zinaki. On behalf of who invited you to this session, I warmly welcome you. You can as well wish me Happy Independence Day back. Let's make it, let's reciprocate that, okay? Happy Independence Day to everyone here. I'm super excited to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome on board. And we are glad to have you, all right? Today we're going to be having our Financial Freedom Summit to celebrate Nigeria at 65, our Independence Day. And I'm glad to have everyone here today because today we're going to be talking about something very important called freedom, right? All right, freedom is a very powerful word. We're going to be discussing something called freedom. All right, so I'd like you to listen attentively, pay out attention, be ready to get value because what you're going to listen to today is something that can change your finances and your life forever. Okay, now, how truly can we be free if financially we are not enslaved, right? So I'd like you to listen attentively. I like to listen attentively, all right? Get your writing materials. If you've not written down your name and your reservation code, quickly go to the chat box. Write your name and your reservation code at the chat box. If you've not done that, go to the chat box, write your name and your reservation code at the chat box immediately. Your reservation code starts with 821, right? 821 and some with some alphabet and some numbers. Let's make that fast, quick and fast. 821 with some alphabet and some numbers. It's going to be an amazing time together. I want to see the first person that will get it right. 821 with some alphabet and some number. Okay. Meanwhile, happy Independence Day to each and every one of you. If you can hear me, you can see me, go to the chat box and type a 1. If you can hear me, you can see me, go to the chat box and type a 1. Okay. If you can hear me or you can see me, go to the chat box and type a 1. If you can hear me, you can see me, quickly rush the chat box and type letter number 1. Sorry. Type number 1. I want to be sure that everybody can see me. I cannot see our 1. I need to see 1 playing all through the chat box before I know that we all can see and hear me. Okay, so if you can see me, you can hear me, go to the chat box and type number 1. Type number 1, all right? So fantastic. Welcome on board and happy Independence Day to each and every one of you. I don't know if I could mention your names, but Udi Tessa, Technospark P, Rabi, Bosset Day, Miss Bosset Day, Miracle, Mercy Adesheton, Isatu Ture, iPhone, Gladys, Anthony, Antonia, Gloria, and welcome on board each and every one of you. I'm glad to have you, all right? So we shall be going in on today's session. Firstly, I would like to, my name is Imo Emeka Raymond. I'm an award-winning leader, a global star leader, chemical engineer by profession, Millennium member, a social entrepreneur, a business consultant by practice, and a radiant star mentor, right? I'm glad to have each and every one of you here. This meeting is not about me. This meeting is about each and every one of you on this session, right? But before I proceed, I would like to lay some insight on what you stand to benefit from today's session. Why is this summit very important? Number one, to get ourselves prepared for time and season changes, right? Very, very important. Number two, we're in a fast-paced world, right? Fast-paced economy, a world where Netflix replaced our DVDs, where digital camera replaced our cameras, where Android and iOS replaced our Symbian phones, and something is coming up very soon, right? We're all aware of that, coming up very fast. We're in a fast-changing world as ever. Jobs that usually exist many years ago don't exist again, right? All right, and they are all gone, and the new ones are springing up. The scary part is that what the demand for human beings is what reducing, and the funniest thing there is as what as human beings we cannot afford to wait. Oh, I made a mistake there. As human beings, we cannot afford to wait or be stagnant. There is no time. The right time is now, right? Now I'll be doing a sneak peek into how the world has changed over the years, right? Now remember, what is freedom? What is freedom? What does it mean to be free? What does it mean to be independent? Now, freedom is a state of being imprisoned. Instead of not being imprisoned, right? Instead of not being enslaved. Instead of being independent, you can say freedom is liberty, right? Now, anything that controls you does not make you free, right? So if lack of right to speak, lack of right to talk, lack of right to act does not make you free, it means you are what? Enslaved. There's no freedom. If lack of money keeps you enslaved, it means that what? There's no freedom. If lack of time keeps you enslaved, it means that what? There's no freedom. As little as if lack of health keeps you enslaved as well, it means that what? There's no freedom, right? I'm going to be showing us how the world has changed and how something can keep men enslaved. And that thing will make us not to be free. I remember I said something that anything that controls you does not make you free, right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be doing this quick sneak peek into this. I'm showing you how the world has changed. We started from the world really trending. And then from that industrial revolution, people made money from industries. Now there was a shift. The world shifted from the industrial revolution to the computer revolution, where computers were the things in vogue, right? If you were going to make money, you will make money through what? The computer revolution. Now we move from the computer revolution to what we call the internet revolution, where what happened? Internet was the thing in vogue. Are we together? And then we were using the internet like the World Wide Web, cyber cafes were trending, and that was how people were making money. Take note, in every revolution, persons that plug themselves in those revolutions make money, right? And the world moved from the internet to the information revolution, where the likes of Google, Yahoo, Linda Ikeji, so many people that give information, we are making money, right? That's the trend in the world. Now it moved from the information revolution to what we call the connected revolution. Now this connected revolution is where connectors made money, right? An age of self-reliance, right? An age whereby what? You don't need to be a manufacturer of whatever it involves. All you need to do is what? Become a connector. Now the world has moved from the connected revolution to what we call the artificial intelligence revolution. We're not yet there yet, but we are seeing signs. It means AI. And from what I saw on the internet, from the projection, we are moving from the artificial intelligence revolution to where another revolution called what? The second phase of artificial intelligence revolution. That's what I saw on the internet. So after AI revolution, there will be what? A second phase of AI revolution. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to bring to you that what? Anything that controls you cannot make you free, right? Anything that keeps you, that enslaves you, cannot make you free, right? Now we are in an era whereby we are using AI, things are easy, but guess what? Those things that enslaved us. Why? Because we are not free as human beings. AI has taken away the jobs of many human beings, right? The people who are working in the bank, what happened to them? Their job was taken away from them because of what? Because of what? AI. Now people are using what? Machines, people are using what? ATM. These are form of AIs, right? And guess what? Those things have taken away what? Our freedom, right? So I'm going to be teaching us how I'm going to tell us how we can what plug into what the connected revolution, which is the age of what self-reliance, right? An age you depend solely on yourself by what? By acquiring skills. And when you acquire these skills, you can be free. Remember, AI does not make you free because AI controls your time, controls you, and guess what? Controls you from not doing what you need to do, right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would have loved to take this topic because this is the part I wish I love the most. All right, so to dissect this and to make this clear to each and every one of us. But I have somebody I respect so much, somebody I admire so much, somebody I hold up to high esteem. She's an amazing fellow, all right, a leader I respect so much. She's one person I don't take for granted, all right. She's a leader to a whole lot of persons, mentoring a whole lot of persons, and she'll be breaking down this section, all right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, permit me as I make welcome Amazon Ambassador, Miss Gloria Obiekwe, as she takes us through this beautiful session and she breaks it down for us. So, Miss Gloria, if you are here, if you have the floor, take it over from here. We are glad to hear from you. The floor is yours. Okay. Oh, that was a miss. There's a mix up somewhere. Okay. I'll be welcoming my leader, my mentor, the woman who's taking us through the rest of this session. Woman I respect so much. She's an international business builder, an award-winning leader, a global coach, a leader par excellence, a mother to a whole lot of us here, and a mentor to her mentees. To her mentee, this is no other person but Ambassador Didi Nwala. We are glad to have you, boss. Take it over from here. We can't wait to drink from your well and from your wealth of knowledge.
All right. Thank you so much, Raymond. That was amazing. I'm super excited to be here. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Happy Independence Day. I'm super excited because today is quite remarkable. Of course, it reminds us of when, we gained our independence and all that. Anyway, so well done, everybody. Good evening. If you can hear me and you can see me, please go to the chat box and say yes, yes, yes. you can hear me and you can see me, please go to the chat box and say yes, yes, yes. In the next 20, 30 minutes, I'll be out of your faces. And what is more important is the value we're going to be getting here. What is more important is the lives that are going to be changed here. That is what is more important. And I'm happy that Mr. Raymond has taken, some time to highlight some things that are very fundamental. And as we venture into the second part of this session, I want you to pay 100% attention. Yes, I want you to pay, 100% attention, okay? So let's dive into it. My name is Dili Wala, and I will be the one concluding the session today. First of all, I need you to understand that there's nothing as beautiful as having your own money. I haven't seen anything, as far from salvation and the other things, right? But when it comes to financial freedom, right? You see, I mean, a lot of people, okay, as you've gained your freedom and you can still not buy the things you want to buy, how are you enjoying your freedom? I'm asking us this question. As you have gained the freedom, right? We're no longer being thrown around anyhow, being told what to do at every point in time. Their culture is no longer being or no longer affecting us or fused into our own culture like it used to. But the fact that you can still not buy the things you want to buy, do the things you want to do that require finances, how free are you? Financial freedom is the ultimate form of empowerment. And what it does for you is that it allows you to design your life according to your own values and aspirations. But the question is, are we truly free? Yeah, we're here celebrating our independence. Oh, it's been how many years? It's been 65 whole years. That's not that's not a joke. That is not a joke. But the question, like I said earlier, are we truly free? Are we really free? Now, there are three types of people in this economy. There are three types of people in this meeting right now. And I want you to tell me which one you are. Even though I know some of you are not going to be honest about it, but I want to believe that a lot of you will be honest about it. The first type of people we have in this meeting are the people who are watching things happen. They are just watching, you go better, though. Let's see now. Let's see where this whole thing gets to. Okay, let's just be watching. Let's just be, those people you meet and you're telling them, this one is happening, that one is happening. They're saying, no, let's see now. Let's hope. Let's wish. We have them in this meeting. People who are just watching things happen, not contributing to anything. And the second type of people we have right in this meeting are people that are just talking about what is happening. You're not just watching, but at least they are saying something about it. They are talking, complaining, whining. Tinubu, hey, this one happened. They know everything happening. They know the trend. They know the latest news. If something as much as a pin drops in the economy, they are aware. If even just any news, if you want to know the latest person that has been kidnapped, they know. Inflation just dropped 3 seconds ago. They know. They are talking about what is happening. They know what is happening. But they are doing absolutely nothing about it except yap, 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 complain, 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 whine, 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 give their own critical analysis of the situation, but doing absolutely nothing. And then we have the third type of people. These are the people making things happen. The movers, the shakers, the people that are pulling. I mean, let's use the case of, for example, someone like maybe VDM. I'm not here to support or go against him, right? Because I know some of you here might be supporters and some of you here may not be supporters. So I'm not saying I like him. I'm not saying I hate him. I'm not here to say I support his views. I'm not here to say I don't support his views. There are so many people like him. There's this other lady, they call her Mama Key or something. I've forgotten her name. I know she's quite popular. She was one of the people that were really pushing for this Senator Natasha, right? Some of these people are on the field. And some people are there just talking about them, complaining about them. You are not on the field. You are just there talking, analyzing. Dangote should do this. Dangote should not do that. Why would Dangote do this? And some people are on the field saying, no, Dangote, we will not allow Dangote to continue to do this. We will not allow this. No. We're going to create speed bumps. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Are you beginning to understand the different types of people that we have? We have some people that are complaining the economy. The economy. Last year, things were better during Jonathan's time. I know the kind of money I used to make. But now, Tinubu, complain. Well, some people are saying, well, yeah, it's not as easy as it used to be. Building materials have gone up. But I mean, what can we do? We need to find a way. They're still building, they're still in business, they're still making things happen. And I want to ask us a very quick question. Where are you? Are you one of the people who are watching? Are you one of the people who are talking about things that are happening, or are you part of the people making things happen? I need a quick answer. I need a very quick answer. Which one are you? Are you A? Are you B? Or are you C? Kelechi, please don't distract our session, okay? There's a beautiful button. It's a red. It's a leave button if you think we're wasting your time. Thank you so much. All right. This is for people who are serious-minded and people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired and are ready to join me on this conversation, not just any conversation, but are ready to also change their lives. Okay, awesome. How many of you, I need your responses. Which one are you? Are you A? Are you B? Or are you C? Miracle said, it's either I fall into A or C. Someone said I'm A. And those of you that are saying A, I like your honesty. I love your honesty. Boss said C. Teresa said none of the above. It means you're not alive. It's either you are alive or dead. If you're alive, you're doing one of these three things. You cannot be out of these three. But trust me. It's either you're watching, you're like, oh, I'm not concerned. I don't want to do it. I'm not part of this. I'm not part of this. Let it just be happening. And so if you're sitting on the fence, then you trust me, you are A. That's where you are. Let's proceed immediately. The problem is that we only have hawkers, takers, or consumers. That's the unfortunate thing. The people that build an economy are people who are creators, people who are producing. These are the people that change the economy. And who are these people most times? Not even most times, all the time, entrepreneurs. Until you make that shift, because a lot of us are just waiting to get a job, be part of something another person has created. You're just waiting. You are waiting, folding your hands, hoping. If everybody gets a job, if it's just be getting, who are the people providing and or creating things that they can employ people on? Who are the people? And that is why any economy that is going to move forward, they have more people who are creating, who are producing. Any economy that is doing so well right now. But unfortunately, the reason why we're so backwards is that we're a consumer economy. That's why we're so backward. So what you need to do is to decide to make a shift to become an entrepreneur, to become a creator. If you're tired, though, except you want to continue to whine and complain, if you're tired, you need to make that quick decision to become an entrepreneur, to make that shift. How can you take your own destiny to your own hands? Because the people that are complaining, whining, are people who have just retired their fate in the hands of other people, retired their destiny in the hands of other people. That's why I spend less time complaining. I spend less time on the news because there are things I cannot change. There are things I cannot change. The ones I cannot change, the one I can do, I can work on, I can create something. Why don't I focus on that? Okay, as I've said, Tinubu is not a good man. May God punish him. Okay, as I finished saying that one, how does that contribute to the reduction of things in the market? Okay, after I've stopped, after I've complained, why not? How has that made things better? But through being an entrepreneur, I know how many lives have changed. I know how many people that are on my payroll. I know people that are not on my payroll, but I've shown them what I'm doing and they're making a lot of money. So we need to do what? We need to stop the blame game and take 100% responsibility for our life. And I always tell people my ultimate checklist for freedom, financial freedom, is what? You need to learn how to make money. I'm sorry, you have no way out if you don't know how to make money. I'm sorry. Sorry, but I'm not sorry. But you need to learn how to make money. Number two is you need to learn how to save money. You cannot multiply what you have, you cannot keep. And thirdly, you need to do what? Multiply money. You need to multiply money if you want to be able to withstand the test of time. The reason why a lot of people are thinking of Japa, let me leave this country. If you were making money in this country, let me ask us this very simple question. Be very honest with me. Now, this question is only for those who have been considering leaving Nigeria. If you were making 5 million to 10 million naira monthly, would you still consider leaving Nigeria? Be honest with me. I need a yes or a no. And be very honest. If you were making between 5 million naira to 10 million naira monthly here in Nigeria, would you still consider leaving Nigeria? Be very honest. Be very, very honest. Aminu Lawal said no. I need more responses. Be very honest with me. Bose said yes. Okay? I mean, you're being honest. That's your truth. I'm waiting for more responses. Infinix Smart said no. Goody said no. Miracle said, of course, no. When I say leaving the country, I mean like Japa, like relocating. I don't mean traveling. I mean I love traveling. What is this world if you're not what are we here for if we're not exploring places and you've not really lived, if you've not visited the beautiful places in this world? Ah, no. I remember the first time I traveled outside the country. Nah, I can't. Someone said yes, so I won't be kidnapped. All the people, it wasn't not Charles, what's his name again? Kirk Abi, that's his name, Abi, that they killed. It's only there that is happening. It's not happening. It's only here it's happening. It's happening everywhere. Please don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. Someone said yes to change environment, but that's you. Stephanie said no. So we have more people saying no. Do you know why? Because the reason, if you were making money here, if you were making money in here in Nigeria, so let's teach you how to make money. You will not be thinking of Japa. Because when you live to another man's land, you're not a king in another man's land. You are not. I'd rather travel, come back, stay here. There's nothing like, a culture that I understand. I was telling somebody something. I said, I cannot raise, in my own child, I can't say can't because, I mean, I'm a woman. If I'm married to somebody and the person insists that, oh, this is where we're going to, raise our kids, blah, 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 and insist, and then we cannot negotiate, and the person is insisting, I may need to shift grounds and everything. But guess what? If if all things being equal and it's based on my own decision where I want to raise children, honestly here, I cannot shout. I know how many people that have brought their children back here so that their mothers or their siblings can raise them for them. Because any small thing, they call police for you. Culture that I do not understand. So many things. Your son is doing girly things and you cannot talk. Because from when they're 5 years old, they're already indoctrinating them. Indoctrinating them. That's why you see full-fledged. Anyway, let me not go there. But you get where I'm coming from. You're not truly free. If you're here making your own money, then you can freely stay here. Do you understand? Now let's compare the different things we can do to make money. Let's compare the different things we can do to make money. Number one on the list is job, or having a job. When people tell me, oh, there are scams out there, blah, 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 I tell them the first scam I have identified is job. Because when people tell me job security, now having a job, I mean, you can enjoy things like health, insurance, some of these little things and all that. You can be, of course, paid steadily for those people that when it's end of the month, they actually pay you by end of the month. There's some things that you can actually enjoy by having a job. Let it not look like I'm just focusing on the downside of having a job. The security, of course, you're earning, you're living, you're paying your bills, you're able to satisfy your needs and all those things. Of course, I understand all of that. But the negative part is that you can be sacked anytime. How are you? You're working for somebody, no matter how hard you work, at the end of this month, your salary is still the same thing. Is that not a real scam? You're telling me job security, but you can be sacked anytime. And you're telling me that is not a scam. You can never exhibit your full potential. There's a way you be talking, your head of department will try and find a way to get you out of there. Some of you've worked for years, only promoted once, or never been promoted. I know how hard my mom fought, how she was fighting as if her life was dependent on it to have to be promoted. Just the first promotion. It was like politics. It was like politics. Your boss does not care about you. Get the job done. For the women here, you have a child. What's their business? My sister-in-law gave birth some months ago. What's their business? In fact, the appraisal they gave her affected her greatly. The lady that is, she's directly working with. That's the thing about having a job. Let's talk about traditional businesses. Yeah, I mean, you're still um, 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 going to be able to enjoy things like maybe daily payouts, independence, at least you're the boss of your own. You now have people working for you and all that. You have some level of time freedom, some level of financial freedom, and then you are able to exhibit your full potential. You are the boss. All these things are very, very good, Abby. But the sad thing about this is being the entire boss means you are the one who's going to put money fully into this to create it. So it's capital intensive, right? You could go bankrupt if you make one single mistake. You can go bankrupt. The full risk, everything is fully on you. It is fully, fully, fully on you. It is fully on you. See the competition? Ha, oh my goodness. It is crazy. And it can raise somebody and the person becomes a competition. I don't know how many of you here have a traditional business. Maybe you own a salon. You employ, I have a friend that owns a salon. Every time she's complaining that somebody worked for her for 3 months, somebody else will come offer them something better. Someone you've raised for months or years. One day they wake up and walk out because somebody else has paid them. And when they are walking out, sometimes, not even sometimes, most times they walk away with your customers. It has its own downsides. For contracts, you want me to start talking about contracts. Anyways, one of the ways to make money, so I also talk about it. You need to have political connection, right? If you do this well, of course, you can be settled for life. Can be. But the downside to this has a lot of downsides. It has a lot of downsides. Lack of continuity, the fact that that if you're working for this government and power changes hands, there's a possibility that you will not be used again. They will give you the contract. By the time you pay this person, settle that person, settle, what is left for you? What is left for you? For the women, sexual harassment, they'll tell you, oh, for me to give this to you, scratch my back, I scratch your back. Women go through a lot. Women that make money from contracts, no, you need to ask them questions. Most times it's not sustainable. There are people that they've done the job. The government is still owing them. I don't know how many of you have heard the story, the one that was shared recently about the governor of Benue State owing one guy that they've collected, was it how many cars? 7 or 8 cars from. 8 cars from, I mean 9, I can't remember how many. The guy said only 4 were his. His friends on his neck. Till today, the guy is even in the hospital. Currently in the hospital because of high blood pressure. People disturbing him. And the government till today has still not even paid him. It can be very frustrating. So in case these are ways you are considering, I'm just telling you the good sides and the bad sides. Let's talk about investments. I won't talk so much about investment because you need to have a lot of money to be an investor. You see your 200,000 that you want to use and say you're an investor. Are you investor Sabinus? You think is your is your 200,000. That's why some of you make 1 million, you lose 1 million. You make 300,000, you lose 300,000. Because of what? You're trying to multiply your 300,000 naira. Please take a chill pill. Just calm down. Leave this investment part. And let's talk about the next one, which is inheritance. You know the downside of, because a lot of people, I mean, I know some people that right now they are enjoying their late fathers in money and all that. But the downside to that is most times you're waiting you're waiting for that person or your father or your mother, depending on the person who's making money, to die. With the way it is right now, most times these old people, they don't used to die like that though. I mean, look at Tinubu. Look at Tinubu. They said the young will take over, the young will take over. Is it not still the same people that we've always known that are still in power? Are they not the same people that are still in power? Are they not the same people that are still in power? Look at what happened to Charles, Queen Elizabeth's son. When did Queen die? When is he taking over? Almost at 70. The guy, the way he's looking, I don't know if he will even make it because he has been sick. He has been sick. The way they've been talking, I hope he will make it. When the power he has been waiting for, when eventually got into his hands, look at how old he is. I think he's in his 70s. I don't know. As you're waiting for that person to die, are you sure you'll not even be the one to die before the person? Somebody else say God forbid, but I mean it's happening. So you can't be lucky. And one thing I always tell people is when you get in touch with monies that are not yours, you're spending like a crazy person. The plaza where I have my office here in Abuja, The owner of the plaza owns lots of plazas. He owned lots of plazas, lots of houses and everything. And unfortunately, he died some years ago. Ah, the agent is my friend. The agent, the person that is helping the family manage my plaza is my friend because she's managing my own properties as well. Guess what? She said the way they are on her neck. Let's sell this one. They sold it. The family will share the money. Man had wives. Well, let's sell this one. They said the only one remaining, they've sold the one in Wuse, sold the one here and there. The only one remaining is our plaza. They've been on her neck. Let's sell. They have been on her neck. When you don't go through the process to make money, you cannot keep it. That's why you see me, next of kin, what? The properties I've bought, I will enjoy them. I may just maybe leave one because I must enjoy them. I must enjoy them because when next of kin is eating your money, they'll be eating it without any sense of whatever to you. And then finally, so the money you get through inheritance, most times it slips through your hands. That's why you're eating because you don't go through the process, so you cannot value it. So you don't know how to multiply it. And then finally, let's talk about connected economy. The connected economy, this is where you enjoy daily payouts, financial freedom, health freedom. You enjoy residual income. You build a business that your kids can inherit from you. You are the boss. You enjoy financial security with minimal risk. You don't need to use the wall to start it. It's not capital intensive. You don't need to sell an intestine to start it. It cannot be replaced by AI or robots. It's not even possible. So the fear of, oh, AI will soon, because I mean, a lot of jobs have already been replaced. Lawyers, lots of them. There are so many things now that I'll just ask ChatGPT. Is it true that when blah, 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 ChatGPT will just answer me? I told someone that ChatGPT has become my skincare what do you call it, whatever, consultant or whatever. I used to have very bad acne. I don't have any foundation on my face. I just told ChatGPT, these are the products I have, please layer them for me. ChatGPT told me, okay, you can add this will help for moisturizing your face. Layer this, please remove a retinol, because I was using the retinol like 5 times a week. He said, no, once a week. In fact, for now, because your skin barrier, as soon as I follow ChatGPT, my face has been getting a lot better. But you see, connected economy, no, it cannot be replaced by connected economy because you need humans in the connected economy. It gives you leverage. You are the boss, like I said earlier. It makes you apply yourself. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be talking about the connected economy here today. Who are we? We're very, very simply, we're non-governmental initiative with the system, the structure, and support to help our partners to achieve our common vision as we build within the connected economy. My story is quite simple here. I started my journey here as a core member, very young. I was 22 years old when I saw this. And at this point in my life, I was very scared because I was serving a radio station. When I saw this, my greatest fear was the fear of getting a job after NYSC. And why that was a big fear for me was because I came out with second class lower. And I knew people that had first class. I knew people that had that came out with first class, second class upper, and they were stuck at jobs that were not paying them so much. I was not thinking to myself, me with my tutu, what type of salary would I be stuck with? Ladies and gentlemen, after my NYSC, my radio station I served with here in Abuja retained me, and guess how much they were paying me? 20,000 naira monthly. 20,000 naira monthly. That's how much I was being paid. Remember those days? They said, oh, we're going to increase it. What's 1 more month, 2 more months? That's how we moved from 1 more month to 2 more months to a whole 1 year, receiving the same 20,000 naira. So I was earning like I was earning during my NYC because Alawi was 19,800. So when I saw this, I didn't just take it, I grabbed it with both hands. I grabbed everything that I had in me. For this business model, I couldn't afford rent. I was a doubting Thomas. If you're in this meeting, I say, all these things, don't trust me, you're not worse than myself then. I had no car. I was a victim of multiple times of one chance. I never left Nigeria, no leverage. I had minimal impact. My plan was actually to work for 35 years because that's what I saw with my father and my mother. Salary was 20,000 naira. And for me, the uncertainty was a major issue. The fact that I couldn't look into the next 2 years, the next 3 years, and be excited about it. So many of you are here in this meeting. We've gained independence. But you're looking at the next 3 years, the next 2 years, and you're not even excited. And you're wondering, what am I really doing in this world? There's something Isaac Newton said that I love so much. He said that objects remain at rest unless acted upon. So many of you, the things you were complaining about some years ago, 2 years ago, you are still complaining about them till today. This one comes on social media telling you, oh, the easiest way now to make money is through Forex, blah, 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 blah. They are not telling you the time and effort they are putting into it. They are not sleeping. This one will come and tell you, oh, the next way now is content creation. All you need to do. They are not telling you how many sleepless nights they have. How many sleepless nights they have. They are not telling you all those ones. You still are still at the same spot, waiting for easy way out. I pray that you're going to have an impartation tonight that changes everything for you. So you stop from try this, stop, try this, stop, try this, stop. And finally find something that can give you true meaning and true purpose. 1 year later, what happened for me? After encountering what I'm going to be sharing with you today. Oh my goodness, I was able to fire my boss, bought my first car, moved on to my first office, and then moved on to the second one. I became financially stable. Prior to this project, I wasn't looking for financial freedom. What I just wanted was just stability. I just wanted stability to be able to afford things, pay rent. That's just all I wanted. But through this, I was able to gain freedom, travel when I want to travel, mentor so many people who are living life based on their terms. Travel with my people who are also doing amazing work here. There's nothing as beautiful as the reason why a lot of you are stuck here, stuck at one point, is that you don't have people, you don't have a good network of people that are around you that are living. The only thing you have are people that are what's the word now? That are inspiring your downfall. This is how I'm feeling. Oh, I understand. Me too. This is how I'm feeling. You don't have people that say, no, this is not how we think. This is not, we get things done here. These are the kind of people that I'm surrounded by. That's why some of my friends that used to know me as a crazy introvert, I didn't used to talk before. When they see me now, the way I talk so confidently, they cannot recognize me because I'm now with a crowd that pulls me up. This is the kind of thing you get from being part of this organization. Caught up on stage as the top 22 highest earner in Nigeria so many years ago, and I've been on that spot. It's been amazing. Guess what? Bought my second car, moved on to my current office. I've mentored so many people. Two of them I met during NYSC, Mrs. Miracle and Mr. Jerry. Other ones I met much later after NYSC. They believed in me. Wow, so many people said all those things, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm going to an NGO and I want to try this one. I want to try that one. The ones that believed in me today, they are doing absolutely well. These are cars that they bought from being part of this. Today, I've been to several countries. For someone who had never traveled out in her life prior to this project, own properties here, bought cars here, luxury and non-luxury. We said a lot of countries and leverage now. You soon understand why I'm talking about leverage. I now teach people how they can make 50,000 naira ethically without robbing the bank, without killing yourself for it. But you need to go through the process, which we're going to work with you to get it done. I have more freedom financially. I'm no longer uncertain about the future. The most exciting part of all of these things for me is the fact that I look into the future now and my heart is no longer pounding. I no longer have high blood pressure and I have more impact. I now have more impact. We've empowered thousands of people who today are pointing to me and saying, oh, because of Didi, I now am. This is one of the programs we had. The stadium, it was something else. At this point, you're wondering, okay, so Didi, what changed? What got you to this level of results? Because honestly, even though I had to share a little bit of what I have gotten from here, can't share everything. If I start talking now, you say, oh, she's bragging. If I start sharing my properties, this one, that one, you say, she's bragging. No, I talked a little bit about it so you can see the possibility of being part of this. If there wasn't any value in being part of this, because the honest truth is we need money. If there wasn't value to all of these things, I would not have wasted how many years of my life being part of this? No. So this is not about me, it's about you. How can we help you to be able to make money, to graduate to saving a lot of money and then multiplying it through investments? And all of these things we teach you within this organization. Guess what did it for me? The sustainable leverage business model. Encountering this some years ago through empowered consumerism, this is what did it for me. If you want to see how the money is made, go to the chat box and say, show me the money. If you want to see how the money is made, go to the chat box and say, show me the money. If you want to see how the money is made, say, show me the money. Because they said, show me the money. Show me the money. Miracle said, show me the money. If you want to see how it is, how it works, go to the comment box and say, show me the money. In the next 5 minutes, I would have shown you. 5 minutes after that, I'll be selecting 3 people who I'm personally going to be working with on this journey. Ladies and gentlemen, follow me closely. This is not the time to be distracted. These are the pillars of this model: mentorship, discipline, health optimization. We're not just concerned about one aspect of your life or few aspects of your life. We're concerned about every aspect of your life. Health is very important for us here. And then finally, deep understanding of leverage and helping you build financial leverage systems. Remember what I have said earlier. If you're going to take your destiny into your own hands, so you stop being those who are complaining. There are people that are complaining, but people are still buying Rolex. People are complaining, but people are still buying cars. Nobody, they did not do anything illegitimate. They did not kill anybody. They did not do any bad thing. Their father did not leave money for them, and they are making a lot of money. How many heads do they have? No, 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 don't play that game of no. Maybe that's how God wants it. It's their destiny now. It is the reason, why you are why a lot of people are where they are till today. So we've already said that the only way is to make that shift, to become an entrepreneur, to become a creator, to become part of the people who are making things happen. And this is where we decided to pitch our tent. Now, there are different ways to make money as an entrepreneur. Different ways, right? Oh, I hope this is not hanging. Okay, fantastic. Thank God. I thought it was started hanging. Okay, good. Now, there's different types of income or different types of making ways to make money, right? First one is active income, which is the money you make using your own time and energy. So a lot of entrepreneurs are playing here. There's really no difference between you and a salary earner. Little or no difference between you and a salary earner. So many of you are entrepreneurs here. If you don't open your shop, you don't make money. If you don't sell anything, you don't make money. And that brings me to talking about the second type of income, which is leverage income, which is the money you make using the time and energy of other people. You don't need to personally involve yourself. Maybe you had done that at the beginning, but guess what? You're still making a lot of money from the efforts of other people. And this is where we decided to pitch our tent. And there are 2 ways to make money through this. There are 2 ways to leverage through people. First way to leverage through people is leverage through your own personally produced products and services. Let's use Glow as an example by Mike Adenuga. Globacom, he created the system. He's the one making money from it. It's his own system. I heard he's currently the 5th richest, according to Forbes, the 5th richest African, according to Forbes. So he has lots of people working for him. He doesn't need to personally involve himself. Every time you recharge, for those of us that are using Glow, I use Glow as well. Every time you recharge, you make a lot of money. Every time you recharge, he makes a lot of money. So imagine that the second way to make money would now be, okay, I don't have money to set up a system like Globacom, but is there a way I can provide a connected economy sort of service for him and be earning small leverage income? And anybody that I connect to also use Globacom services, I'll make money from it. And anybody that they also connect, I'll continue to get paid on everything that they do within this service. That would be a second type of way to make money. And this is how we decided, or where we decided to pitch our tent, which is the second way. Because how could a bloody core member whose salary was 20,000 naira or Alawi was 19,800, how would I have been able to be on number 1? Our goal here is making ordinary Nigerians extraordinary millionaires. That's the goal. So ladies and gentlemen, follow me closely. Imagine that for a second, there is a system you plug in and build. And as people are buying their own personal items from different factories and shops, you're making a little percentage of whatever it is that they buy for life. Follow me closely. Imagine for a second, you're buying what they need from different factories and shops. Imagine that 10,000 people purchase products daily, and you're making 100 naira commission per purchase. That's about 1 million naira a day. 10,000 people on their own are just buying what they need. And you're just making just tiny, as little as 100 naira commission is. You're making that per purchase. That's about 1 million naira a day. Now, there's some questions you might have. All right, Didi. Number 1 question, how do I plug in and build such a system? Where do I see such a system? Number 2, how can I connect 10,000 people? Where do I see 10,000 people? Number 3, how do I make people to buy the product so that I'll keep earning? Number 4, how do I make the money through leverage? I'll answer all these questions, and finally, will this work for me? So in the next 3-4 minutes, I would have answered these questions and would select those who are going to work with. I'll end take your questions as well, okay? Number 1 is, okay, Didi, how do I plug in and build such a system? Ladies and gentlemen, all you need to do, very simple, just position yourself. As simple as what I just said there is, that's exactly what it is, just position yourself. How do you position yourself? You make a one-time shopping of our daily consumables. Things you would have bought from ShopRite, you'd have bought from your local supermarkets. Why don't you buy the same things here? You are not selling anything, you're not convincing anyone, you're not marketing anything. Just buy what you need for yourself. Use it on yourself. And connect your friends to repeat the same thing, who would also buy what they need, use it on themselves, and also connect to their friends. Buy what is worth as little as 69,990, not 600,000, not 6 million naira, just 69,990. There are different packages to plug in with. Have the 69,990 package, and we have the 190,000 naira package, which is the silver pack. So you can decide the one you want to go for and connect with it. Somebody may say, but why can't I just be a connector without actually buying products worth 69,990? Because we don't want every Tom, Dick, and Harry to be part of this. We only want serious-minded people. So the company is not even saying register with us. No, you're not registering. Registration would have been you pay and you don't get anything back. The company is saying, no, buy some things. Become a stakeholder here. Buy something here. Use it. Become a part and parcel of this. Have a feel of what this is all about. At least worth 69,990. And then if you want to set up yourself in 3 portfolios, you can do that. I'm Igbo, so I didn't start with 1 portfolio, where you can decide to have a feel of it, starting with 1 at least. Okay, did if I start with 69,990, am I getting anything of value? More than you're getting food supplements, beverages, personal care items. Like I said earlier, this is the same money some of you will blow when you go to ShopRite, or you blow when you enter any supermarket. Why don't you come in here and just, when you buy the same thing, a profit portfolio is set up for you. We have toothpaste, we have beverages, supplements, amazing products. We have our chocolate drink, amazing products. We have so many of them. This is also one of our products. What it does is, I've had this for 5 years now. What it does is protecting me from radiation and also build stamina. So I always wear this. I can also see this. This is also one of our products. What it does is diffusing radiation coming from this. And I also have the one on my laptop. I have one of these products, and this is another one. Our hydrogen generator, I also have mine. So I have amazing breakthrough products. This is amazing. People with cancer, people with diabetes, people with so many things. No. Sometimes I just need to go and drop it with my mother. Just be using. Because me, I don't have any health ailments. Just using it to maintain body and soul. It's amazing. My mom is old and she doesn't have any serious ailment, just some back, body ache, blah, 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 blah. But she's older. My dad is also older and everything. So sometimes I just drop it with them. Let them just be using. It's amazing. Helps with arthritis. Let me not go there today. We'll not go there today. And then number 2 question. Okay, so how do I connect 10,000 people? Very simple. Through your phone alone, you can have access to between 1 to 100 million people in the world. Do you even know how powerful your phone is? Some of you, the only thing you use your phone to do is hello, hi, tracking people, disturbing people on the internet. Others are making money, turning their social capital into financial capital. You have social capital and you are broke. You see the way the economy is right now. It is literally a crime to say I am broke and you have social capital. Like, it's a crime. Like, you should come out and say, I don't have money. Okay, how many contacts are on your phone? You have more than 100. In fact, your jail time is 200 years. You cannot make it out of that jail. You must not make it out of jail. You have 100 people. Why am I being jailed? You have to be jailed. You don't deserve the opportunities. The opportunities in this economy, you're not grabbing it. No, you don't deserve. You don't deserve to be here. You deserve to be in jail. Since you want to be in 1959, you might as well just remain in jail and not experience as things are improving and getting better. Your 100 contacts first level. Are you aware that 100 contacts on your phone, right? That's 100 phones that also have their own 100 contacts each. So if I have your phone number on my phone, I have your phone number, you're my friend. Your network is also my network. I used to hear before, your network is your network is your network. I did not understand that before until I came into this. So you have an array of contacts You're doing nothing with it. I had an event one time. I told my friend, please, when you're coming, come with your friends. And as she was coming, she packed her friends. These are people I did not even know. I did not even know from anywhere. That's the beautiful thing about this. I have 5,000 friends on Facebook and you are broke. Jail time, 50 years. Maybe by the time you come out, your head will reset small. 10,000 contacts. If you multiply 100,000, 100 phones, I mean, by 100 contacts, that's 10,000. And that's 10,000 phones with 100, their own 100 contacts each. Multiply that out as well, that's about 1 million. We're only at third level, and this is where we're at. And you're telling me I don't know people. 50 years imprisonment. I want everybody now to go to the chat box and say, now that I know better, I'll do better. Now that I know better, I'll do better. As we wrap this whole thing up, how can you have? Now, let me show you how to convert this social capital, this your social capital into financial capital. I have friends, and both all you and your friends are broke. You broke, friends broke. How do I make people to buy the products so that I'll be earning? All you need to do is invite them to a meeting. The same way you have wedding, you're holding your wedding. You invite your friend, hey, everybody, come. They come and sit at the wedding. They eat your food, they go. It is you and your husband that'll be running around trying to pay vendors. Why don't you come, bring them here? You are making money and making money. Beautiful. Can call them and tell them you're launching a new line of business. And you want them to come and take a look at it. You can invite them to our office. We have over 400 offices across Nigeria. More than, if I'm calculating everything we have across Africa, more than 1,000. And guess what? You can invite them to our office. You can invite them to your own office. You can invite them on Zoom like this. Oh, I have friends. So one of my one of my team members that hosted his own launch had family in UK, family in US, and some people littered across. And guess what? After we ran the session, he had friends connecting from different places. We have recommendation. You can also recommend your friends. I recommended a company or an organization I partner with. They're looking for sharp, smart people to partner with, and I recommended you. I hope they call you. We'll call them, invite them on your behalf. When they get started, get started by your network. We'll still be the ones to explain everything to them. They can attend our Zoom meeting, whichever one works. And then number 4, which is the reason why a lot of you have been listening. All right, Didi, so show me the money. If I'm part of this, open up my network. So this thing you are really talking about, how is the money made? How am I going to make money from this thing? This is where we're at. So follow me closely. The company pays you in 6 different ways. I make money from 6 ways here. But because of lack of time, I'll be sharing with you the 2 major ways you get paid here. The first major way is what we call the direct connector bonus, which gives you access to making between 20,000 naira to 200,000 naira instantly for connecting to anyone using our system. You start with the 69.90, and a friend of yours, 2 friends of yours start with the same thing. That's already 20,000 naira for you, because on each of that is 20,000 naira. On each of that, what the company outright gives you immediately. And I've never seen a direct commission like that in my entire life. In real estate, you sell a property of 100 million. 100 million. Your whatever is between 5%. I've never seen anybody giving 10%, but even if they'll give you 10%, 10% is rare. Or here, somebody started with 69,990 and they are giving you 20,000 naira. That is more than 20% upfront. And we've not even talked about the second way they'll still pay you on the same activity. So you make between 20,000 to 200,000. Somebody will say, so why is it 20,000 to 200,000? Because you have other packages. There are packages that people, your friends can come in with. They will pay either 50,000, 100,000, 150,000, and then the highest there, 200,000. Oh, Didi, how many people can I connect to make such money? As many of your friends as you can connect. As many of your friends. There's no limit. The company will not say, oh, we only pay for 2, the remaining 3 will not pay. No, they'll pay as many. If you bring any amount of people, they'll pay. No limit. Number 2 way, the matching bonus. You see that first way of making money, as juicy as it was the day I sat down for the presentation, I was still saying, hey, all these things. I was still talking, complaining, whining. See, the second way of making money is the reason why I started. It's not even that first one. You make unlimited 7,000 naira from the system as people keep purchasing in your network. Didi, how will you say 7,000 is better than 20,000 to 200,000? Follow me closely. It's me that is talking to you now. Just be following me. When the presenter was talking that day, I was still doing, I beg, let them finish. Because the reason why I was feeling this way was because I'd seen my mom do some things like this before in a way that it did not make sense to me. So anytime somebody will try to talk to me, just that experience from my mother, I'll just cancel it before I even start talking. Please, just leave me, please. I'll not experience what my mother experienced, please. So when the presenter was talking on that day and got to this point, everything was making sense to me. The presenter said, so this is usually you open up your network. After you've earned, you connect, let's say you open up your network and two of your friends connect. Only two, worst case scenario, only two of your friends connect. They'll pay you that first commission and they'll still pay you this extra commission, 7,000. And guess what? This is not a big deal. 7,000. I mean, 7,000 is that why we're here? Is that for Agbado? Is that for what? And guess what? They will also connect to their friends. As they connect to their own friends, they will make money, but we're not concentrating on them now. You are the one we're focusing on. Guess what will happen? They will still make 7,000. You will still make 7,000, I mean. You are the one we're concentrating on. At this point, when the presenter was talking, I was like, why are they still paying me again? As they're connecting their friends and their friends are connecting their friends, the company continue to pay you 7,000, 7,000, 7,000. It was at this point I dropped my hand. I said, sir, please, I have a question. The presenter said, no, this is not the time for. I said, please, I need to be sure that what you are saying is what I'm hearing because I'm very introverted. I was already thinking, I don't have a lot of friends to be bringing, talking. I don't have that type of friend. I don't have, not time, because some people don't know how to differentiate between cannot do something and I don't have time. Cannot be saying I don't have time and your account is empty, red. Cannot be saying I don't have time and I don't know. So my problem was I didn't think it was something I could actually do. So I didn't have a lot of friends. So the fact that I said, if two of my friends connect, three of my friends connect, whatever they are doing, I'm still making a lot of money from it. That was a big thing for me. I asked the man, does it mean that if I connect my Reverend Father and he goes ahead to connect, let's say, 1,000 of our church members, am I going to make money from all those 1,000 people? The presenter said yes. I said, sir, is that you don't understand my question. I'm not asking, will I make money from the Reverend Father? I'm asking, will I make money from the 1,000 people he will connect, even though I don't know those 1,000 people? The presenter said, yes, that's what I've been talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, that was it for me. At this point, I didn't need anybody to push me or advise me or encourage me to be part of this. I could already think of some of my friends who were life of the party that would love to be part of this. And some of them connected as they were doing what they love doing and was making money from what they are doing. I was showing this to somebody some weeks ago. And the person said, I've seen this sort of thing before, but it seems too good to be true. That's why when they were talking, I was like, how would they be paying me 7,000? I beg, all these things. That's why she did not connect. But when she now understood it from my explanation, everything made sense to her. The company does not, I don't know how many of you own a business here. You know how much you spend on adverts. You know how much you're spending on radio. I worked at the radio station. MTN had a slot every top of the hour, 15,000 naira at my radio station as of how many years ago? 9 years ago. What am I saying? 10 years ago. 11 years ago, sir, because I worked for 2 years. My service year and the 1 year that I stayed before I left fully. I left permanently, I mean. Guess what? Every top of the hour, 15,000 naira. We've not talked about how much they spend in other, my radio station was Kiss FM Abuja. We've not talked about the one that they were spending at different radio stations, Nigeria Info, the rest of them and all that. Just Nigeria, just Kiss FM alone. What of the one they're spending in different countries, the one they're spending in different states, the one that's billboards, other forms of media as well, online, print, and the rest of it. Just my own radio station alone, 15,000. But the company we partner with said, no, we cannot be pouring money into adverts that people are not seeing. Spending money, some of you that are here in business, you do advert every time. And you're not getting commensurate result from that. But you know how much we make from recommendation. If somebody recommends, when somebody recommends somebody to me, I hardly not patronize that person. It's not possible, especially if you're my friend. My glasses, my mother recommended it. My laptop, my brother took me to. If I stop talking, my brother, the dining table I have, I got from LifeMates. Where did I get it from? One of my colleagues had LifeMates cushion. We bought the LifeMate cushion in my office. I bought for my office. First of all, he bought for his own office. Other people bought. Me too, I bought. When I was not buying, because when I went there to buy the set of chairs, we saw dining, they had different things. So when it was time for me to buy dining, I just went there, JJ bought my dining. Bought the chair I'm using as well. The dining chairs as well. Hardly. I can't think of anything I'm using. Is it phone? Who introduced me to phone? The boyfriend I had then introduced me to Samsung. Now everybody in my life, I'm introducing them to Samsung. My brother uses Samsung because of me. The only person in my entire life, my younger brother, the same thing. The only person I could not was my sister, iPhone. So the company said, people are already doing these recommendations for free. Why don't we empower? Imagine how much money I would have made if Samsung was paying me every time I recommended someone to using Samsung. So they will never advertise. That money they would have used for advert is what they're paying you and I. And that's a lot of money. In fact, if they connect 1 million people in Nigeria, 2 million, 10 million, they cannot even exhaust how much they have to pay us. So they have enough money to pay. So as we wrap up, ladies and gentlemen, final question is, Didi, how am I sure this will work for me? Everything you said have made so much sense. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this will work for you like I know my name because I was very young when I saw this. I had all the challenges, the fact that my father and my mother were not in support. I came out with second class lower. I was very introverted. Like, if there's any, please, do we have any introverted person in this meeting? Any introverted person now here? Do we have any introverted person in this meeting? Anybody here saying, hey, I'm very introverted. I don't really know how to make friends. Do we have any introverted person here? Any introverted person? Or are you all extroverted people? Because the thing about being introverted is even though I talk now and everything, I'm still very much introverted. The only thing is I'm now an introvert that has cracked the code to being introverted and still get things done. Do you understand? Okay, that's the difference. You can see somebody, my heart will pound. I'll say, no, what's the worst that will happen? You will not slap me, you will not beat me. I'm talking to you. Come and slap me now. At what age are you beating me? From when I was even as skinny as I was, very tiny like this. I was very skinny. That's why going to the gym now. People are saying, Didi, you want to lose weight? Which weight? Me, I'm going to the gym to gain weight. I was 16, I've been 60 something, 50 something all my life. Going to the gym to gain proper weight as very skinny girl. So guess what? I was very introverted. So if I could do this, anybody, that's why anybody, there's no excuse you come to me that will say, I didn't have money too when I saw this. I brought money to start my business. My father and my mother were not in support. I was very young. Who did I know? The thing that some of my leaders used to laugh about is how, as tiny as I was, I'll be leading men. That people that will be saying, oh, my leader, my leader, my leader. As tiny as I was. Because one thing was very important to me that young. What was more important to me was that I never go to a point or get to a point where I'm too dependent on people. Imagine my father just saying, oh, I'm not part of this. And he would not support me with money because this is something that I cared for. My mother said, oh, I'm not part of this and I'm scared to ask them for money. And that was, in fact, them even telling me all those things was even what was pushing me to do this and make money for myself. See me talking here, this is 23 years old. Look at the way, you can see how skinny I was. Look at my hand, looking like skeleton. Don't know how much flesh was on that body. Don't know if lion beats this hand, if it will even get anything. It's only boom, 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 it would have gotten. See the way I was talking and how they were listening. I don't even know what I was saying. But you see my courage. See my courage then. Even till now. Because one thing is important to me. I cannot go back to where I'm coming from. God forbid. I will not go back to where I'm coming from. I wish I had time to start sharing some things, but there are some things I cannot even talk about. I'm not yet ready to talk about. Left a life of mediocrity for a life that is worth living. This used to be me on a Monday morning, working at the radio station, working with, as if they were paying me. In fact, the way I was working there, you think they're paying me 200,000, 1 million naira. At the end of the month, 20,000 naira monthly. Some of my friends will call me then, Didi, we heard you on radio. Oh my God, not knowing at the end of the month, my take home was 20,000 naira monthly. We work 7 times a week. The only reason why at some point from after 1 year plus, we reduced it to 6 times was because at our department, I was in one of the most important departments, if not even the most important departments in the radio station, which is the people gathering the news. Without us, no news. Without us, no news. All we now decided in our department was, okay, let's group ourselves into 2. Some will work on Saturday, some will work on Sunday. If you work this Sunday, next week, you work Saturday. That was the only way. On 20,000 naira. When I double, I was earning 20,000 naira, they'll be shocked with how I was working with, like my life depended on it. And then look at me now on Monday morning, any kind of life I want to have. Trip to Philippines was amazing. That's Indian Ocean. It was such an amazing trip. This is me the day that I fired my boss after 1 year. At this point, I was already making over 100,000 naira through this project. I decided, nah, if I can make 100,000 naira doing this, 100,000, 200,000 doing this part-time, imagine how much I'll make full-time. And then this is my own office. I had a cubicle space because we had cubicle spaces for people that wanted to do this full-time. People who didn't have jobs, who were tired, who even had jobs but were tired. We had cubicle spaces, office spaces. I couldn't afford office spaces. I could only afford a cubicle space. We moved on to my current office. Bought my second car. I have a third car right now. I don't put it up here because it's my utility car. I've met so many people who are doing amazingly well. This is me and my sister. I remember when I took her outside of the country, her first time leaving, but the way she was posing, you think she's the one that paid for me. This is me here. It was such an amazing vacation for her. The fact that I could do that for her. Mauritius was her first trip outside the country. The fact that I could do it was exciting for me. Traveled with my own mentor. This is the lady that mentored me. My story is never complete without sharing her story. Bought cars for her parents, doing amazingly well. This lady vacations like her life depends on it. She can travel. In fact, she just returned from a 2 month vacation. All expenses paid for from this. That's the amazing thing about this. Today I'm able to build my own tribe of winners. People who are making their own money, doing amazingly well. And what we're doing here in Nigeria, we decided to replicate it in Liberia, Sierra Leone, and other countries.
And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in it.
Over 70 people joined us on this particular event. As I speak to you, we have well over 500 active, hungry people in Sierra Leone building this with us. And just some months ago, we celebrated. So as a wrap up, ladies and gentlemen, when people who have made money will have a project within this project, we call it the Feed the Family Project. 2018 fed about 100 families. People who have just made money will come together every end of the year. As of 2018, when we were just starting the project, we could only feed 100 families. 2019, 5,000. By 2020, we had a lot of people making money. Oh, end of the year, we tell them this is how much it take to feed a family. It will take 5,000 or it will take 10,000. And some people say, oh, I can feed 10,000. Oh, I can feed 1,000. Oh, me, I can feed 200. Oh, me, I can feed 100. I can feed 5. So depending on, we just announce it within the team. No government money. We do it within ourselves. These are some of the pictures of the outreaches. Which story do I even want to start telling to leave? I don't even know what story to tell you. So I wrap up. Is it Paul Dominion that came in here? All she wanted was 1 million naira to go to the university. All she wanted was just 1 million. After secondary school, the mom said, oh yeah, we need 1 year. You'll be working, me too, I'll be working, we'll raise 1 million. When you go to school, finish. Then your sister will now start with your sister. That was the plan. And then she came in here. 1 year later, she was already making over 200K month. She said, let me see how far I can stretch this thing. She stayed with us for about 3 years. 3 years, 4 years, made over 50 million naira. Currently, she's in Rwanda African Leadership University, doing amazingly well. Still making money here because of what? She had built a system that is still paying her. The people she had connected are still making money, so she's still making money. Bought this car at a very young age of 19, built a house for the mother before she even traveled. She traveled at the age of 21, thereabouts, doing amazingly well. That's a wrap up, ladies and gentlemen. How many of you here are saying, I haven't even gotten to the end of this, haven't selected, and you're already saying, I want to be part of this? Go to the chat box and say yes. Those of you that are saying, I love everything, made sense to me, go to the chat box and say yes as a wrap up. I'm going to be selecting 3 people who I'm personally going to be working with, even though, whoever it is that invited you, you will still be working with them, but you're going to be getting that extra edge, which is also personally working with me as well. I know some of you here, not even done, but you're already excited about being part of this. And I want to say, your dream is valid. I remember when I was younger, you would ask me, who do I want to be? I wouldn't say it with fear in my heart. I would say it so excitedly. Mommy, I'll point to Oprah Winfrey. Mommy, I want to be like Oprah Winfrey. when I was young. I loved how Oprah Winfrey then during her, shows and everything would empower people, the way she would speak to people so passionately. I loved it so much. How well she spoke too was so exciting for me. I love that so much about Oprah Winfrey. So every time you'd ask me, mommy, I want to say, ask her now, ask her, she'll tell you. What do you want? And they'll ask me in Igbo, what do you want to be like when you grow up? I say, mommy, Oprah Winfrey. Very excited. Some of you hear the same thing, same energy, the same passion when they ask you. But as the world and life started happening to you, you started adding maybe inside. Maybe I would like, as life now even happened more, there's no maybe now. It's even, let's see how it goes. As life even happened more, you even canceled it. The plan is no longer there. The plan is no longer there. Passionate to become a medical doctor, now a makeup artist. And I want you, those dreams you had, even if it's not dream of career, but the dream of freedom, living free in a world that God has brought you to be free, in a world that we have gained in a time that we have gained our independence, so you can live freely. If that is you here, I want your dream. I want to advise you to keep those dreams alive because it is possible. And like I said earlier, that was the only thing that was in front of me. And for those of you who are saying here, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm ready to change my financial situation. You don't need to like what I shared with you today. You don't need to like it. All these things that people are doing now, content creation, video and everything. If you go on my Instagram, there were things I could easily do because it's not today I started. All these videos, all these it, techie things. I grew up in a tech home. My brother is techie. Is a tech guru, like crazy tech guy. My younger brother, the same thing. Like that's the kind of home. I remember when we were much younger, we had a computer system. My dad had a cyber cafe. I was helping run the cyber cafe. So it's not new to me. Some things are not handling. I even owned a camera at some point. I was a photographer at some point. So many things are not quite new to me. But guess what? It's still the same level of consistency. That's why so many people are broke because they're not ready to invest themselves in anything. But guess why I'm excited about this? Why I left all of those things. I left photography, I even ran a travel company where we're taking people on vacations. I left all those things behind. Do you know why I left all those things behind? I tried them while I was still doing this, so I still left them. Do you know why? Because there was nothing that was giving me leverage. There are some months in this business, a week that go by, I cannot do anything because I'm sick and I'm still making millions of naira. Do you know why? Because I have built people who are building the business. So when I'm not feeling up to it, they are building their business, I'm still making money. Making money from Liberia. I'm not in Liberia. They are building their business. Somebody's toothpaste will finish. They'll go and buy toothpaste. I'll be in Nigeria. I'll make money from it. That's leverage. When I was building this, my mother said, was looking down on me, my father, the same thing. You studied economics. This is what you want to do with your life. I tried to publish a book. How many things have I not tried? But this is the one thing that I did for a bit. After 2 years, boom, leverage. Whether I work or I don't work, I'm still making money. All that I owe my team is just empowering them, teaching them. With daughter team, I'm not even talking about Nigeria. And for those of you who are saying, can you work with me to show me what you did and how you did it? Can you work with me and show me how you did it, what you did exactly? I am here to work with you. And these are the things, the three people that I'm going to be working with. For those of you that said, I'm ready, I want to be part of this. First three people who say, I really want to be part of this. What you're getting is exclusive access to global mentorship and training, leverage on our numbers, have access to Breakthrough Technology Health Bundle, amazing things you're going to be getting. Number four, global business expansion vehicle. I'll teach you how I've been able to build in different countries. So you're not just leveraging and enjoying here in Nigeria, you're also enjoying different countries. And finally, first come, first served support. So the people who are going to be selecting here, part of the things you're going to be getting is first come, first served support. So what do I mean by that? If you're selected from this, you're not just going to be getting paid. I mean, you're not just going to be um, um, you're not going to be starting from the scratch, right? You're not going to be starting from the scratch. You're going to have access to, so sorry, um, okay, you're going to have access to a support of one person. You really have access to a support of one person. So what that means, you don't have to start from the scratch. Unlike other people that will have to start their business from the scratch, you don't have to start your business from the scratch. No, 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 no. No, you don't have to. Okay. So for those three people who I'm going to be selecting, who are saying, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm ready to change my financial situation. I don't like this, but like I said earlier, you don't need to like what I shared with you at the beginning. I didn't like it because it meant I had to come out of my comfort zone. It meant I had to come out of my comfort zone. And I did not like that. So you don't need to like it. What you should focus on is how this can change your life, like it changed a lot of people's lives. So the first three people, like I said earlier, who are saying, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I'm ready to change my financial situation. I'm ready to make that big change. So I'm trying to add my number to this. Okay, I'm ready to make that big change. These are the people that I'm here for. These are the people that I'm here for. Okay, so sorry, I didn't have my number on the slide, so I wanted to add my number to the slide. And I've seen quite some of you who have said, I really want to be part of this. So the first three people that chat me up immediately, all you need to do is to grab a Pioneer slot immediately. First three people that chat me up immediately, the number is 081 335 33051. Decide the package you want to go for. Chat up the number immediately with your access code. Everybody here has an access code. There's nobody in this meeting that doesn't have an access code. Chat me up immediately and say, I'm ready to get started immediately. The account number is there, and let's get you started immediately. The first three people. Now, I've done this for more than 9 years, right? You can check me out on Instagram, and it's all the things I've talked about. I've not talked about a vacation that I've not gone on. For some of you that are saying, oh, me too, I love traveling. I don't think I said I started at a travel company at some point. I ended it because the company was one of the reasons I ended the travel company was because I went on my first vacation and it was all expenses paid here. You qualify for vacations. Like all I did was pack a bag, got a few things, packed my bag, got on an airplane, was to the Philippines. Food was taken care of. And that was, as I got on that trip, I ended my plans or everything I wanted to do with that travel company. That was the day we ended everything travel. Myself and my partner that was on it, I was doing this with. That was the day we ended it because she too, she was part of this. Two of us traveled. That was my mentor. Two of us traveled, all expenses paid for. When we take people on vacation, we know the suffer here used to plus there's no money we make sometimes. So we went on it and came back. Just said, oh yeah, so are we doing this thing again? She said, no, we are not doing anything again. Me too, I said, because as I was there, I don't know what we're wasting time for because why we started it in the first place was because we love traveling. So every vacation we'll take people on, we'll go with them. That's how much we liked it. But guess what? When I say vacation, it was even within Nigeria. Our goal was now to build up to now start leaving Nigeria. So as we left Nigeria and came back, all expenses paid. Second trip, came back, all expenses paid. Dubai, came back, all expenses paid. We're not doing again. Not even nothing pushed us. We didn't even. That was the end of that business because nothing was as sweet as this. Nothing was as sweet as this. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first people to chat up the number, and the number is 081. Please on WhatsApp. Please, the number is on WhatsApp. The number is 081 33533. Fast people. First person has already reflected me up. Nice. 081 33533 Please with your access code, okay? So I'm going to be heading over to the chat box now for questions. For those of you that have questions, please, I'm begging you, do not keep your questions within yourself. If there's anything you do not understand, please ask your question. We have so many people who could have gone further in life if they had asked the right questions, or if they even opened their mouth to even ask in the first place. My mother, there's something, that's why if you see me, I can ask. Ask questions. No, 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 no. There's nothing that will stop me from, no matter who you are, asking question now. My mom would say in Igbo, onye na-ajụ ajụjụ adịghị efu ụzọ. Onye ajụjụ anaghị efu ụzọ. What it means is the person that asks questions cannot miss his road. Do you know how many times I don't want to disturb this person before you know it, you've entered on nature. You are planning to go to to Abia State, you've entered Onitsha because you don't want to ask, okay, this is really left here. No, you don't want to ask and disturb the person. You've entered Abia State. Some people have gone as they missed it in life. Course. So if there's anything you don't understand genuinely, if there's anything that didn't quite make sense to you, feel like I could throw more light on to make sense to you, please go ahead, ask your questions. I'm very much ready to answer your questions. Kindly note, I've been paid to handle this session. So you're running on a paid subscription or whatever. How do I put it now? Like they've been paid to handle this. So don't say I don't want to disturb her. Please ask me your question. And I have no right to belittle you or make you feel anyhow, except you're asking me in a way that you are insulting me. Do you understand here? So if you're asking me a question like something you don't understand, please feel free. Feel free to have your questions out, and I'll take my time and explain it. Have about 6 more minutes to spend here, and my goal is to answer all your questions. My goal is to answer all your questions. Please ask me all your questions. Is there anything you do not understand? Is there anything that did not make sense to you? Second person has chatted me up for the slot. Congratulations. Someone said, this is to inform you that I'm ready. I'm from Sierra Leone. Please, if you're from Sierra Leone or Liberia, ask the person that connected you immediately, please, so you don't miss out on the slot, to give you for the Sierra Leone, because you get your Sierra Leone and Liberia, you get your products here in Nigeria, unlike Zambia that get their own products from Zambia. You get your products from here. So they'll give you an account number, Momo account number that you're going to pay to. Please collect the account number. I hope you can hear me. Please. That should be the guy that has the M3573 code. Please. I hope you can hear me, please. Ask for the account number. Ask your the person that invited you. Okay. Awesome. So please, do we have any more questions? And please, once you make your payment, still forward the proof of payment so that I can lock in your slots immediately. I can lock in your slots immediately. Okay. Please, do we have any question? I said earlier, I'm ready for your questions. Anything that did not make sense to you. Anything that did not make sense to you. Anything that did not make sense to you, please ask me your questions. There's some people here who are saying, let me go and think about it. You've been thinking all your life. And that is why you see so many people, end of the year, people pray so passionately into the next year. Maybe your year of open doors is remaining 3 more months. It's not even up to 3 months again. You pray so passionately into the new year. You enter the new year. You enter the new year, right? And then you make beautiful, lofty, what's the word now? Resolutions. Okay, I'm going to stop doing this. I'll stop doing that by 6th of November. No, not November, of March. I'll start this business. I will start that. I will do this. I'll do that. And guess what? You still end up not doing it because we have something we call analysis paralysis. So after you've written all these things on day one of the year, with that passion, with that excitement, and because there was no tangible step, you didn't hold yourself accountable, you didn't tie yourself down to a plan. For example, whenever I want to do something, for example, if I tell my teammates, for example, okay, I'm coming to Lagos, I know that there's a tendency that I will not travel to that Lagos. I know that there's a tendency I will not travel to that Lagos. I know that there's a tendency I will not travel to that Lagos. Something could come up and I may feel discouraged or something. You know what I usually do? I will just go and pay for my flight. I'll just announce it. First thing I do is to announce so that my people can hold me accountable. The second thing I do, right? The second thing I do is I pay for that thing or just something that calls me that I'm not, because as you've paid for your flight, how do you say no now? But when you pay for your flight now, there's nothing you can do again. Just be going on that journey. Just be embarking on that journey. And that is how I hold myself accountable. So many people don't do that. No practical, nothing. And guess what? That's why by that match you told yourself you're going to be starting, you just be like, but am I sure? Am I really analysis? And before you know it, you end up not doing it. All the things you told yourself you were going to do, you ended up not doing them because of what I said earlier, analysis paralysis. If this makes sense to you, please get started immediately. I borrowed the money to start, and it was the best money I ever had to borrow. So you borrow money for hairs, borrow money for different things, but you do not borrow money. You don't borrow money to start a business. It's to borrow money to consume, borrow money to pay rent. Okay, as you've borrowed this money now and you've paid this rent, the next rent you'll borrow that one too. You don't borrow money to you don't borrow money to consume. You borrow to do what? To invest, to build something, to start something that will give you money in the long run, at least, if not immediately, but at least in the long run. So when I was borrowing money to do this business, I knew I was borrowing money for the right thing, and it was the last money I ever had to borrow. That's the beautiful thing about what I'm sharing with you. If this makes sense to you, please get started immediately. Please, do we have any questions? We have one payment done already, one slot taken. We have one more slot. We have two more slots, I mean, remaining. Please ask me your questions. And if you're here, please, you're students and core member, we have a slightly discounted package for students and core members. And if you're taking it immediately to take up one of the slots, please chat me up immediately. Somebody sent me a message after making payment and asked me what's the way forward. And I just um and I answered the person, but I've decided to answer it here as well. So the next way forward is a meeting with me tomorrow today is Wednesday, tomorrow by 8 p.m., where I'll be teaching you how to make back your money as fast as possible. Okay? Teaching you how to build a business and even further answer your questions for those of you that still have questions. Okay? Please, do we have any more questions? Is there anything you don't understand? Anthony, grab a slot immediately. Teresa, grab a slot immediately. Vivian, grab a slot immediately. Shola, grab a slot immediately. Mercy, Ade, grab the slot immediately. Let's grab the slot immediately. So I'm answering those who are here. Do you have any more questions? Congratulations. Congratulations. Let me ask him his full name. Full name. Okay. Please, when you make your payment, send me your your when you make a payment, send me your full name and your reservation code. Some people are sending me the passcode for this meeting. That is not the same thing as reservation code. Check the message you were sent. It's either you see reservation code. The PIN, what you're sending to me is the PIN to enter this meeting. 149766676. That's wrong. Check the message you were sent. You see access code or reservation code. It's not the same thing as passcode. The passcode is in case you were not able to use the link to join this meeting. You can click on Zoom. There's a place where you see join. When you click there, there's meeting ID and there's passcode to join this meeting. But that's not your access code to identify you and link you with the person who invited you. Do you understand? So please check your messages as well. Please, do we have any more questions? Any more questions? Do we have any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? Please, any more questions? Any more questions? Let me think about this is the reason why a lot of people have not started anything. If there's anything you do not understand, please feel free to ask me your questions. Feel free to ask me your questions. Anything you do not understand, please feel free to ask me your questions. Please feel free to ask me your questions. Ladies and gentlemen, I have 1 more minute to spend here. I have 1 more minute to spend here. Any more questions? Anthony, do you have any question? Teresa, do you have any question? Vivian, do you have any question? Shola, do you have any question? Mercy, do we have any question, or it is all clear? Or it is all clear? You have any question? Or it is all clear? Any question, or it's all clear? Not yet? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I have to end the meeting. For those of you that still have any questions to ask me, like I said earlier, everything is in your hands. God has given you the power to conquer, to dominate. So when you continue to live like you're not a child of God, God is a master creator. God is a gangster creator. Nothing dies in his hands, and we are made in his image. Nothing dies in his hands, and we're made in his image. The world is his, and he's brought us here to say he still dominates all that I've created. So if anything you are doing now is not godlike, does not show, you know how some mothers will say, there's this thing my mom used to say sometimes when I do well. My mom will say, agwo Adamu, abi agwo Adamu agwo, meaning Adamu, okay. What does it mean? A lion cannot give birth to rats. The same thing here. Cannot be a child of God. You know those people that used to say, do you know who I am? That's what we should be saying. Okay, Mercy, get back to whoever connected you. That's what we should be saying. Do you know who I am? Because you know who you are. And you are here playing small. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I bring the meeting to a close. For those of you, what I can sincerely do, those of you who came, who are here, you have questions, maybe you want to ask him more privately, you can chat up the number and ask me your questions. But for now, congratulations to those of you who have gotten started. Those of you who want to start between now and tomorrow, get back to whoever connected you. I've been able to get 2 slots. I have 1 more slot. So those of you that still want to stay between now and end of the day, please get started. There are things I know and I understand. I've done this business for quite some time. So there are things I understand. And my goal is to guide you through it. The number is on the slide. It's on the slide. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic night rest. God bless you. Bye, everybody. And for those of you that will still have questions, you can chat me up on that number.
Well done for attending our business presentation. My name is Ambassador Ronke Koshimani. I'm going to be answering some of your questions that you may have had, because when I saw the business, I also had some questions. So I'm going to answer those questions for you, okay? Number one question you may have is, how do I get people to join the business, okay? I don't have to convince anybody. What do I do? I get where you're coming from, because when I saw the business, I had those questions. How do I get people to join? I don't know how to talk to people. Forget that I'm talking now. It is money that opened my mouth. When I first joined, I didn't know how to talk to people. I was shy. I came to Abuja, I didn't really know anybody. I said, what will I do? But I came in and they showed me the system. As you're joining us, your business, you don't have any business trying to go and start convincing people. No, use our system. We showed you 5 ways you can connect people to the business without you convincing them. Are you following? Very simple. Okay, 2 reasons why I do allow you to convince people. Number one, even if you can't try to talk to somebody, they may ask you some technical questions which you cannot answer because you're new, so they may not join. Number two, even if you're able to convince them, they may ask you, okay, you, how much money have you made? You haven't made any money. Why? Because you're new, you just joined, or you've not even started. Are you following? Very, very simple. And finally, number 3, even if you say, okay, I know how to talk, and you're able to convince somebody, the person you convince, would they be able to convince somebody else? No. That is why we say we have removed convincing from the equation. Use our system. We have over 300,000 partners right now in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. So our system is very successful. Use that system and you can get people to join your business, okay? There are 5 ways to connect people to the business. Very simple. We have our contact recommendation. That one, all you're doing is copying and pasting, and people can join your business. We have online videos. We have recommendation. We also have home or office launch. We have big announcements. If you're in my team Ronke, we have what we call social media training, where we're going to show you how to connect people that you don't even know from anywhere. You're here, you say, I don't know anybody, but I want to join you. I want to succeed. Good. We're going to teach you our social media training to ensure you get started in our business immediately. Number 2 question you may have is, oh, I don't have the money. I want to register, but I don't have the money to pay. Or I don't have the money to do the high amounts of accounts. Can I be honest with you? Wherever you are right now is as a result of the decisions you took 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. And where you're going to be in the next 2 years is as a result of the decisions you're going to take now. Very, very simple. Are you following? How does it make you feel that you're an adult and you don't have 79,990 to start a business that you know can change your life? Or you don't even have 49,990, which is our coppers and students package, to even at least start, put one leg in? No, now. It means that you need this business more than even those that had the money to register with multiple accounts. You need this business. Are you following? So what are you going to do? Go and find a way. You know why I'm so passionate? Because when I saw the business, I'm not like, I didn't have the money. I had to borrow the money to register. I had to borrow. I'm not ashamed. I borrowed the money. Because I know that rich people borrow money for business and investment. It's a poor man that says, I don't like to borrow. That's why they will remain poor. So what did I do? I borrowed the money. I found a way, and that's the last money I've had to borrow in my life. Guess what? Find a way to raise the money so we can begin to work with you, so that in the next 1 year, 79,990, 129,000 will never be a problem again. Pick up your phone, find a way to get started, and we're going to work with you. Do it immediately, okay? Number 3, you say, okay, I've done something similar to this business and I failed though. How am I sure I'll do this one and I'll succeed? Look, let me tell you the truth. Even me, I had done network marketing before and I did not succeed. In fact, I abandoned going for masters in France because I wanted to do network marketing, my former company, and I failed. So when I came here, I said, hey, how are you sure I will succeed? So I understand where you're coming from. But I realized that the fact that I have failed before doesn't make me a failure. There's a right way to do something and there's a wrong way to do something. If you do something the right way, you get the good results. I was doing it the wrong way before. And when I came here, I saw that these people, they had a system. Like when I've done your life company, they had a system, they have a structure that can make you succeed if you work. I said, okay, I came and I used the system and I succeeded. That's why I'm doing well today. Okay, so it's very serious. You may say, oh, okay, so someone may be asking, is it real? Are you sure it's not a scam? It's 100% real. For a medical doctor to resign from the hospital to do our business full time, it is real. For somebody to leave her civil service, good civil service job to do our business, you know it is real. It is not a scam. 3 reasons why you know it's 100% legitimate, it is not a scam. Number 1, we are duly registered with the government agencies and need to be registered with. Number 2, we pay our tax. Any money you earn with this government, with this company, the government takes their own tax, non-negotiable. Number 3, we have products and services. We have toothpaste, we have feminine, we have soap, different products that we use, for the company. We have this energy, we have lots of products. The Better and When is a product. This thing here is a product. We have lots of products that you can use. So it's 100% legitimate, okay? And I'm going to end with this. What are you doing now so that the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years you'll be successful? What are you doing now? If you do what you have continued doing repeatedly, guess what? You get the same result. For things to change, you have to change. Get back to whoever sent you the video. Let them know you are ready to get started. And we're going to coach you and mentor you on what to do. Welcome to the family. I love you all. I look forward to celebrating you in success. Get started immediately. God bless you. See you at the top. Bye-bye.